that's no good. Okay, so I started up. She started right up, but then I had a little bit of hesitation starting it again. So I'm going to do the whole thing. So I'm taking this off, right? Those clips. And then I'm taking this out with other clips that go into there. They clip in right there. So taking that guy off. Now I'm going to work on this. Apparently, you got to pry this up with some pry bars. You got to unscrew here. There is a roll pin in here to keep this honest. So let's try it out. You can see what I did there is I used a pry bar and a screwdriver. It's kind of on each side to equally distribute my prying and lifting it up. I'm going to look out for that roll pin. I was freaking out a little bit that the roll pin wasn't there, but it is right there. It's hanging out right there, so that's good. Next, we got to take out this screw because it's attached into a ground for this, maybe a ground. And then I'll pry this out, take this out, and then see about getting this guy off. Figure that out. I think I got to lift this guy somehow. I used a pick to get this guy off. I need to put that one back on when I'm done. There we go. Disconnected that guy. Looks like there's a little guy right there. I'm gonna pull that guy out somehow. Maybe get some pliers. There's my pieces I got out so far. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull this up off of there. And then this guy will just spin. And then now I gotta see about how to get this guy out of there now. Just lift it. Oh my gosh. That was too easy. There we go. Take a look at it. I don't know. Hopefully this does it. Here's a new one. There's the new one. That looks pretty crispy, clean. Alright, so I set the new one on there. Just gonna lift that up. There we go. Trying to do this with one hand. There we go. Got it on there. I'm not going to use one hand to do the next bit. Or as you can see, I pushed that guy on there. It's magnetic, so it sticks to it, and then just pushed it on there. Now I'm going to put this in right here. Those down. Just kind of put that in there like that. There we go. I'll tell you what, that ring went on there really nicely. A little too nicely, a little scared about that. Got that in. Got that fastened. Got the ring in there. Got that put back on. This is here snug. Everything is looking pretty good. Okay, that little dot there tells me where to put it. I remember it was on this side. So I'm going to line it up. Line up that hole. And that roll pin is still in there. So I'm going to use two hands now. That's how it's looking. This needs to go down lower. Looking pretty good. Alright, so what I did is I put this here. And I just use my palm to hammer that down. To push that down. Nice and easy. Don't want to break anything. But I got that down in there. So, I think we're looking good. Alright, now I'm going to grab this guy. It's my brand new one. Again, there's a little post in there to line it up. With that. I should probably put that on first. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. This goes on with 2 springs, one on each side, snap in there. Those are right here and right there. This is going to be the toughest one back here. The magnet's grabbing it. So I'm going to figure that out. Okay, what I just realized is that there's 2 sides to this. One has a tab. There's that side. And then there's this side. But down here is a tab. There's that tab right there. So I gotta match that tab up. And that tab matches up with that right there. With that. Actually, that tab matches up with that screw right there. I think. There we are. I'm a little giddy to see how this works. I'm a little trepidatious to see if it doesn't work. You see I got some fuel. There's fuel in that fuel line there. And everything looks good. Everything's on. Oh boy, make sure all my screwdrivers and everything are out of here. Oh, yep. That could get ugly if I left that in there. These are the tools I used. That's all I used right there. There's the old one. I like to hold on to these. Put that back in there. All right. What kind of replacement should I get for this? What do you think? Send me a link. Put a link in the comments. Oh, that's no good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just realized I forgot something. Can any of you guess what it was that I forgot? What did I forget to do? Thankfully, this did not get down in there, but I forgot to plug this back in. My word. So we're going to plug that into that. And voila. There we go. That might help. That might help. All right, now let's see what happens. I've already primed it. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Dag nabbit. So, spark ignition is all good. I've changed the spark plugs, got new wires, changed all this. Got a new one of those, a new one of these. Got a new one of those. I have a new starter. Got this plugged into the LX470. So that's my next step. That's my next quandary. She started up perfect this morning. Started right up. So it could be something to do with fuel. I don't think so. We got fuel. But maybe, just maybe there's an issue. She pumps fuel fine. But maybe she's flooding or something. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, a couple thoughts. This sucker looks a little just crusty. Look at that. That doesn't look good. I'm gonna put some dielectric grease. Dielectric grease in there. I wonder if this guy's gotten the melted. Try a little bit of that. Try a little bit of that in here, in these connectors, okay? See what that does. So I don't know if this is an issue, but I'm just going to put a little bit of grease on there just to help with the connection. Woo-hoo-hoo! The sweet sound of victory.